Fancy. Welcome, everybody. We're doing it again. Another episode of the Gluten Power Hour, the Semolina Sit Down. Today, we're just talking some shit. Let's have a good time. Huh? Let's get it started.
Welcome to Fancy Bread. I'm Adrian.
I'm Ed.
And today, I'm actually experiencing what a lot of guests do nowadays, because I'm trying to read what's going on here, and I'm thinking, man, am I losing it? Or, like, it is too dark in here.
Turn the lights up.
I mean, you know what? No, that would be too much. That would be too much. I actually,
Turn it up.
No. Like any good customer, I'm just going to keep going.
What do people do when it's a little too dark? I mean, and admittedly, it is a little dark in some restaurants.
Yes.
And people can't see. And I feel them.
Yeah.
It's hard to see the menu.
Well, I mean, the number one thing the guests will always do is pull up their phone. Yeah. But as you can see how that even changes the image on what we're seeing, it does change the vibe of what's going on in the restaurant as well.
Sort of goosebumps. Now,
yeah, look at that.
Old school.
Yeah, that's definitely not what you want. That's why we always discourage in nice restaurants that guests use like flash or
what about those
stuff like
fucking panels, those LED panels that people use to enhance their pictures?
Some of them can
like
be
solar beams.
Yeah.
And shit?
Some of them can be really annoying, obnoxious. Imagine you like, look at this, dude. Look at this,
and that's just one little bulb.
Just one phone. Imagine if it's like the big LED, just like shocking in your face.
That shit is obnoxious, man.
Yeah, it is funny. Now we do have some more lighting here, and I'm gonna be packing that. That's why I always say that in restaurants. That's why I always mention that in restaurants. Look at that. Ain't that so nice? That just makes everything better. It just gives you a little bit of light for reading, right? It gives you a little bit more vibe. Look at that. It's nice and vibey, right? See, such a simple thing. I know these can be annoying at times because obviously we have to like charge them, which can be an inconvenience at times because the chargers are always getting lost and they always break. So many things happen to chargers.
You're bringing up a lot of good points here, because in my experience, in a restaurant, nothing lasts.
No,
nothing. Doesn't matter if at pre-ship they say, "Hey, each one of these candles costs $300. Let's take care of them, guys." The last time, we bought 15 candles last week, and they're all gone. Gone. We had to break out 400 new wine glasses because we were missing 300 wine glasses. First of all, I don't know where the shit goes. Listen.
Some of those are skewed. Some of those are exaggerated. Some of those are exaggerated.
No. I'm sure plenty of people's homes are stocked with plenty of shit from restaurants they've worked at. I'm not going to point any fingers. I'm just going to say, it's highly likely. But everything breaks. Nobody takes care of anything in a restaurant. Everything breaks. Everything breaks. But this thing you're talking about with the lights and the fact that you had difficulty reading your own menu, your own notes.
Yeah, because I put them in. With pencil instead of like a sharp ink.
I mean, it just brings up a lot of 2 points that we could talk about them as much as you like or as little as you want. But
go for it.
It really bothers me when it's obvious that people need help.
Yeah.
People need guidance through the menu that they... it behooves them to ask for recommendations, but they just don't want to. They don't want to. You say, listen, can I give you any recommendations? Would you like any help? No, we're good. No, we're good. And it's obvious that they need help.
Yeah.
It's like when a dude, it's like the classic scenario of the wife and husband driving and the husband's lost.
Yeah.
Ask for directions, dude.
Yeah.
Ask for directions. Just ask for help. It's okay. It's obvious you need help. You don't want to order any appetizers? That's fine. Let me help you because that's what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're used to eating, but at my restaurant, I'm here to help you. I'm not here just to take your order. I'm here to optimize. I'm here to empathize. It's okay, bro. You're not being emasculated because you're letting your server guide you. We're here to help. Let us help you.
Yes, that's what we're here for.
Just let us help.
Just let us help.
And I got another point with menus, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, absolutely. I want to actually just close it with this one because this is when you said, "Oh, well, some people need help," right? Well, in my case, as a server, I do have this bad boy right here, and I do like to switch it up. Here, and I'm put it to the yellow light. Because as you can see, it's a little more less. It's
Warmer.
a yellow light. It's warmer. It's more flattering, right? And this is also what you want to use as a server, so that when we have your dishes, right? So when I do pull up my book, right? I assume this is my server book, and then it's just like have it right there, and then I bring it for the guests, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." And they're like, "Certainly.
Yeah.
What? How can I help you? Like, how are you in the mood for? What are you
Right.
feeling? Sweet, sour, bitter, spicy? Talk to me." You know, and we can guide them. But yeah, sometimes we have to kind of push it onto them. And hey, this will be a link in the description as well. Check them out. Sorry, carry on, sir. Getting a little excited at home. This is our live pre-shift, so we're getting all over the place. How's the hair?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This probably happens to you all the time.
Yes.
You talk to a table that's been sitting down looking at menus for 15 minutes. Can I help you? Do you have any questions? Yeah, we're ready to order. Okay. I want this and this and this. Okay. They didn't order any appetizers. Would you like an appetizer? And they don't say no. They say, this fucking kills me. Where are the appetizers? I'm like, what? Where are the appetizers? Wake the fuck up, dude. Where are the appetizers on my 2-page menu that has 25 things on it? Where are the 14 items that are appetizers? Read, dude. Look at the fucking menu.
Not just
That
that.
drives me crazy.
At least in America, when you open a book, you start reading left to right, top left to bottom right. So the appetizers would normally be located on the top left.
Listen, this isn't Japanese manga. You're not reading from the right to the left, okay? Where are the appetizers is the most clueless fucking question I've ever heard. Like, wake up, dude.
Which is also the reason why the first item that you put on the menu is the one that is the most ordered. Because a lot of people just give up on the first one.
Wake up. I don't want appetizers. Totally fine. Where are they? Unacceptable. Yeah. I don't want to hear anybody write in the comments, oh, well, maybe nothing. Nothing. No excuse. No excuse. None. From the beginning of restaurant time, appetizers have been in their own section on a page prior to everything else. And you can have different lingo, starters, appetizers, cold, hot, one whole section. My menu has 20 things on it, 25 things. And like I said, almost half of those things are appetizers. How you could miss almost half of the menu is beyond me. Beyond me. Right?
Maybe they just a little bit more of a
little bit of what?
I just lost that word. When you're at when the price just hits you and you're like, oh, is that appetizers?
No, fuck that. No.
I lost that.
Wake
that
up,
word.
dude.
Sticker shock.
What,
that was the word I was
what hurts me even more is these people who can't find appetizers on a menu are the same people who drive their car on the highway. One of these people might be responsible for, I don't know, being the person who watches the ride at the carnival, and your kid is on the ride on the fucking Ferris wheel, and they're responsible for saying, okay, the ride is done, let me slow this down. My point is, it boggles my mind when people can't get simple things right, and they might have some kind of responsibility out in the world. I'll tell you this much, no pilot is gonna come into a restaurant and be like, where are the apps? They're gonna see the apps because it's common sense. They're right there. Look at the apps. Wake the fuck up. That's all I have to say about that. Honestly, it's crazy to me, bro. It drives me insane. Where are the appetizers? Where are the sides? I don't know. Maybe in the section that says sides. You fucking genius. You Nobel Prize winning genius. Go ahead.
Got it. I'm going to bring this one to laughter. Do you cringe when you hear your coworkers do their fake laugh?
No. It's almost like I give them I just give them like a thumbs up because I know it.
Because it's the season.
I get it.
It's like I feel what you're doing.
I get it.
You're feeding that ego.
I get it. I mean, you gotta make your money, man. You gotta make your money. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's survival mode, guys. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta listen to the jokes. You gotta
listen to the same jokes
over and over.
Over and over.
The plate is empty. Oh, I didn't like this. You could tell. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my God. You know, you got to do what you got to do. You got to survive. No, I don't cringe at that. No, I don't. Sometimes I cringe at some things my coworkers say. Ooh. Like we have a very cringy coworker.
Okay.
He says shit that's the cringiest shit I've ever heard. You know.
Then please share. And also you, let us know. What is something that you heard your coworkers say that really makes you cringe?
Okay. So popular words are popular because they're said a lot.
Yeah.
But you have to know whether a popular word kind of like matches your vibe. Okay. Like there's some of my coworkers that say the word fire that shouldn't be saying the word fire.
Got it.
All right.
Heard.
I have a coworker who'll be like, yeah, that's fire. And every time I hear it from across the room, I'm like, kill yourself. Like, no, don't say that shit. Don't do it. Corny as fuck. You know what I mean? So there's some things I cringe at. Like there's some lines you shouldn't cross. Like you got to really check yourself. You got to look yourself in the mirror, become a little bit more self-aware. You know, like I look a certain way. I am a certain way. Maybe there's some things I shouldn't say. And again, in the comments, people are going to be like, well, you should let people. No, absolutely not. Fuck no. No, not at all.
Funny and cringy. And speaking about things we say, I do have this one that I kind of wanted to share about, because it's off season and times when in restaurant times when it's off season, they might take items out of the menu because they're too expensive to uphold them, or for many reasons, it's not selling, it wasn't popular enough, or they're just simply selling it, providing it to us at too expensive prices. That tends to happen. So for off season, some items might be out, and you come to the restaurant to try what's your favorite, and then suddenly, oh, where's such and such? So how would be a good way to react to this? Or how would you normally also react to when we ran out of something? So let's start with one of the two. Let's start with when we ran out of something. We're 86, we're out of. We still sold out of that particular fish. And someone's like, oh, I want that fish.
So somebody wants something, but we're 86 that item.
86 that item, yeah.
I say to them, don't feel bad. Because we ran out a long time ago. Okay? So on to the next. That's it. Because sometimes people might feel like there's a really, really bad combination. It's like, let's say somebody waited a long time to sit.
Yeah.
And once they get sat, they're a little bit hungry. They're a little upset. They're looking forward to that dish that they enjoyed.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand.
Oh, many things I have.
I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a shitty position to be in as a guest. Yeah. But I do the best I can by telling them, hey, listen, I know you waited 30 minutes to sit down. We ran out of this 45 minutes ago. All right? Don't feel bad. You know? Try the branzino. You'll love it. You know? You know what I mean?
That's awesome. I love it. Because
I don't say we don't have it anymore.
Thank you.
Because in their mind, it can go any way, any number of ways.
Yeah.
It could be like, oh, yeah, it ran out while I was waiting. Or, oh, it ran out because I did wait so long to sit and these last two tables ordered the last ones. No, I take them home. Yeah. We ain't had that shit since yesterday. Okay? Since yesterday, we didn't have it.
Listen, we had a tough night last night, and
listen, let me tell you something.
The time it takes to bring that fish all the way from the Mediterranean, it takes longer. Ain't gonna be here, so ran out last night.
That salad you got, Cyclospora. You don't want that salad, all right? Try the croquetas. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
Because it's funny that a lot of people tend to say, "Oh, sorry," and take this apologetic stance. No, it's not necessarily something that you want to do. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it would be considered not rude, obviously, but something that you want to try to do instead is just to get them excited for it as well. Something that I recently learned was to just say it's sold out. Like the words "sold out" means like, oh, the thing that I wanted was actually really good. And so you kind of feel good about the decision that you didn't even get to take. So you might be even more excited to come back and try this dish again. Just by, instead of saying, oh, sorry, we ran out, all you can say is just sold out, or like Ed said, ran out a lot earlier, because this is a very popular item that has very limited availability. And now suddenly you want to try this again. And something that you can say is like our A and B that are very popular as well. And I do have some of those available. And then immediately it's like you skew them to, oh, this is popular. Maybe that's what I should go next. And it works. Like it's a 1 and 2.
Listen, the things you like now, you didn't like them until you tried them.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's destiny. Sometimes they don't have this, so you try this, and all of a sudden you like 2 things.
Yeah.
It works out the way it works. But sometimes I feel like people in the service industry have a tendency, because they're trying to be hospitable, to take on blame for things that they shouldn't. Like, I don't control the door at my restaurant. I don't control the amount of reservations that we take. I don't control the slots that we open in order to make the restaurant get more covers. I don't control the availability of items. I don't control if my drinks are taking a long time. I don't control if they're good or bad. I don't control any of those things. So as a hospitable person in the hospitality industry, if that negatively affects a guest who's sitting at your table, I feel like you should care about those things, and you should make a guest feel like you're on it, right? Acknowledge the inconvenience, listen to them, but don't in the back of your mind feel some kind of guilt. Don't stress shit you can't control. Like, and you should be like upfront about those things. Like, make them understand that you have an outlet here to express your frustration, and I'm here to help you. But I don't control the door, motherfucker. It's not my fault you waited a long time to sit. Like, that's what I tell people. You're sitting down, you waited a long time, but now you're sitting down, now you're with me, and now we're going to have a good time. It's only going to get better from here. The fact that Yoshimitsu didn't fucking, fish 15 Branzino instead of 25 is not my fault, bro. It's not my fault. Fuck Yoshimitsu, okay?
Well, that last night, everybody that came, they were really feeling that just to meet you.
Maybe he's not feeling well. Maybe his wife left him and he's not feeling well. Whatever. But next week we're gonna have more of those fish. Let's try something different. Let's move forward. Oh, your drink is a little too spicy. Hey, let me fix it for you. Or do you want to try something else? Et cetera, et cetera. There are no problems. There's only solutions. I say that to people.
Yeah.
Oh, can we? There's no problems here. There's only solutions. It is what it is. All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's be positive. Don't sit down with a fucking frowny face. Because I'm not your psychologist or your therapist. I'm your server. Okay? Let's move on with our lives. So.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, buddy. So, every once in a while, I get a reaffirmation of my love for food.
Yeah.
Food is at the top of my priority list with everything. Everything. Food and then sex for me. I swear to you, that's how much I like it, right? So, I wasn't having a great day. I don't know. There was a collection of things that made me a little off.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at a bar, steakhouse, and I order a wedge. And I'm like, I'm just chilling. I'm a little high. I'm just chilling. But I wouldn't say I'm like positive. I'm just relaxing. Out comes my wedge. And in the middle of my wedge is the biggest fucking piece of bacon lardon I have ever seen. And it was warm. I'm talking about a piece of bacon lardon like this.
Like
a fucking bacatazo de lardon.
Yeah.
And when I saw that piece of lardon, you know what I said to myself? I said, I'm happy now. I'm all good. See, I don't need much, bro. I don't need much. I saw that big piece of lardon and I said, everything's looking good. Everything's good. That's it. You need to find your equivalent big piece of lardon to be happy. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. I was. Where's this going? Where's it going?
Love of food. That's it. I love food, guys, and I like bacon, and everything's simple. Doesn't have to be complicated, right? That's it. Move on.
I do want to share. I do have a love of pork as well. So let's go. Viva España.
Yeah. Oh, Spain, Argentina. Argentinian fans, fuck all of you guys, huh? Because if you weren't so obnoxious, if you weren't so racist, and then maybe the world would maybe have a little bit more positivity towards you. Maybe a lot of the world's football fans would look a little more lightly on the favoritism that Argentina got during the World Cup. But fuck all of you, okay? If Argentina had won that game, this area around Miami Beach, 71st Street, Little Argentina, Little Buenos Aires, whatever they call it, would have fucking exploded. But all of the fans, you saw them all coming out of Manolo and all those places. Shh. You guys had 0 shots on goal in the whole first half of the game. Fuck all of you.
I realize now that I'm
You
wearing
do.
that.
You look at real Argentina right
I
now.
look at real Argentina right now.
Real Argentina.
I do not have
Right?
any sports affiliation.
They are.
I do not
so
have
obnoxious
whatsoever.
They're so obnoxious, bro. You know, be and I'm listen. Every sect of every support has its obnoxious bad crew. Every football club in the world has their hooligans. They all have their. But unfortunately, the spotlight was on the blue and the white. And while y'all were in the spotlight, y'all didn't do very well. So you got to take responsibility. You know, with great power comes great responsibility.
Amen.
And the fact is that when y'all were on the world stage, y'all brought shame to yourselves. So you got to do better. It is what it is. You know, every time Messi scored, every Argentinian fan would go to the altar that they have to Messi in their homes. And, that shit is over. Now Messi may or may not come back. Who knows? But now you have to move on. Do better. Do better. All right? Let's do better. Everybody, let's do better. Stop all that racist shit. Continue.
Which I love it because it goes into something that I wanted to mention is that you kind of have to choose a side because the people that you spend time with, they do affect a lot of how you are. I'm just very proud to say that sitting here right next to you and listening to those beautiful words you said, I was like, damn, I am rubbing up on him a little bit, huh? Because it does happen. Some little things that rub off on me, for example, from my lady is now I have hand sanitizer with me everywhere I go. And I offer it to people that I'm like very close to. So things rub off. And if you are hanging out with the wrong crowd as well, their bad habits will kind of rub off on you, right? So if you're hanging out with those servers that are doing things that they're not supposed to do and you support that, then that's kind of something that's going to be continuing to happen. Because I want to mention something, and I call it the gap, or I've heard also discussed as the gap. I don't mean at the Gap store, which I don't even know what the gap means, but the gap and what's going on, it's between the laws that are in place or the rules in restaurants or everywhere that you work and the people that enforce them, and if they're willing to enforce it. Because you can say that there are things that are not meant to be done in restaurants, but if people don't police that or they don't discourage it, then it's going to happen. And the more that it happens and the more that other people do it, then it will become part of the culture. And it's going to be a lot more difficult to take out in that case as well. So, and also because of summer and the low season as well. So sometimes we might skew things based on, do we need that? Now, I want to give an example on that, by the way.
Go ahead.
For example, let's say that in a lot of restaurants, they say, oh, well, if you take a picture with someone that's famous, like you're out. Like, you don't bother famous people anymore. People want to take pictures of famous people. Let them be.
Right.
And, well, those are rules that you uphold. But then if everybody starts breaking that rule and taking pictures and getting guests and taking pictures, and then it's all game, right? And the guests start giving you money. So, hey, can you ask that for a picture? And you're like, it's a slow night. Things are moving. You go to the guests. You ask them the question. If they're cool with it, why not? Right.
What are you saying? You're saying you're charging guests money to take pictures of
I'm not
famous
saying
people?
that you're charging guests money. I'm saying that.
I'm a little unclear about what's going on.
No, because you never charge guests for those things.
Right.
Guests offer you something like, hey man, I want to take a picture with that guy. I'm like, hey, listen, I can just ask, but I cannot promise you anything. And they give you some, you might feel a little enticed to ask a question. Question is, because that's the whole point. If rules are not meant to be broken, then you got to uphold them. But when they're not upheld by the people that do so, then that's when you create the gap. Why is this happening? Maybe managers are not being paid well enough, or they just don't care enough. I'm not saying that that's our case. I'm just talking about in general.
It's got to be tough for managers, huh?
Yeah.
Managers are usually the most worked and the least paid. It's got to be hard for managers to uphold the rules, huh?
Yeah, it's gotta be rough, especially sometimes at times they gotta break some themselves. And if you're a manager and you want to come in and talk, because it's really hard to get managers in here and get them to talk, because
they do all the time.
They do bend rules, they do all the time. And hey, we get it, because you gotta pay ends meet. One thing that I kind of wanted to talk to is about being house burden, and why a lot of people in Florida in themselves, by every 9 people that are coming to Florida, 10 are leaving. So it's a lot of people are being priced out. And one question that I want to ask you, anyone that's listening, is how far are you willing to go for your job? Are you willing to travel an hour for your job? Are you willing to travel 2? And I mean, like, just to go to the place that you work.
That's one way.
Just one way.
Not round trip.
Yeah, like, just how much are you willing to spend in time or in miles? Like, let me know down if you are like restaurant industry, 5 miles or like an hour. Like, whatever you're willing to put down there, because I really want to know. If people are like really moving out, what's going on? Is it really true that people are being priced out? Apparently so. I even have neighbors that are leaving because apparently
Priced out, dude. I paid $6 for a Gatorade the other day. You fucking kidding me? Shit is getting wild out here.
She's getting wild out here. And speaking about getting wild, which I don't know what we're bringing it, is some things aren't free anymore. Things that used to be hospitable to give now are being charged. If you go to restaurants now and you say, "Oh, can I have garlic butter?" They charge you for that butter. You ask for there are restaurants that you ask for lemons and they'll charge you for half a lemon.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy talk. That's kooky talk.
That's kooky talk. But
that's
some places are doing this.
That's wild, bro.
It is wild. So I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you ask for a little extra sauce or something and you see a $2, $1, $3 bill extra in there. Those are being charged. And that's kind of becoming the norm nowadays because restaurants are being more pressed by rent, same as everybody else, to pull in numbers. So just be ready for those.
Charge what? We charge
suck.
$4 for a side of A1. $4 for an ounce and a half of A1. It's crazy. It's crazy. But what about when people say, "Oh, how many sides does this come with?" Because there's some restaurants where you buy a main course and it comes with a side or two.
How many sides comes with?
How many sizes does it come with? I go, it comes with as many sizes as you want. You got to
list it down here, baby.
They're right at the bottom. You got to order them separately, you know?
Yeah, I start mentioning them. Oh, we got them down here, a la carte.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
You got to quickly move on.
Hey, man, listen. Have you ever been waited on by an ex-coworker?
Yes.
So the whole energy around waiting on your coworkers or ex-coworkers or vice versa, I really don't like it, man. I don't like being waited on by people who I don't like waiting on my coworkers.
Got it.
Like if my coworker comes in, it's going to be super casual. I'm going to take great care of them. It's not about the quality of my service.
Got it.
It's just about in my head. I'm like, I don't know what it is. It's really strange.
There's a certain ick about it. Yeah.
I guess so. That's another one of the words that I would never say. Like I went to this restaurant and my server was an ex-coworker.
Yeah.
He knows that I'm a server. He knows me. Before he started serving, I kind of trained him. He was like a busser. So he kind of knows I'm a little bit like charismatically aggressive. Like he knows my style.
Yeah.
And he just went over the top with everything. Like so wordy. Like this is an extravagant, extra special, super duper califragilistic expialidociousness. I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. Just take my order and get your tip. I'm here to make your life simple.
Easier.
Like everything was, this is the most delicious, fresh, extravagantly beautiful. I'm like, shut up. Shut up, bro. I really hate it, man. I hate it. There's like a little, I don't know. I mean, when you go out to eat, the fact that you're a server, it changes everything about the way you're waited on.
Yeah.
Like you see everything. We've talked this a million times. You see everything. But you don't say anything. You don't say anything. I almost feel like telling this guy, yo, shut the fuck up, bro. Just shut up. I don't want to say anything because everything I would say is a story. Well, in 1950, I'm like, man, just shut up, bro.
Well, I mean, some do really believe that being extra is what gets them extra.
Yes. But not when you're waiting on someone you know does what you do. You know? If I'm a doctor and I go see a doctor, I don't need the description. Just do your job.
Yeah.
You understand? Do your job and we're good. I don't need to hear, like, I know what you're doing. I can't do it to myself, unfortunately. That's why I'm here. I'm here seeing you because I can't do an open heart surgery. I need you to do what I know how to do. Don't explain to me that you're doing what you're doing. I got it.
Got it.
Waiting on another server that you know is a server should be the easiest thing in the world. The easiest thing in the world. But he made it so much more difficult. Just shut up. Take my order. If you have a special, tell me about it. Fine. Off menu. Just take my order. Take your tip. And that's it. I want to be the easiest table that you have of the night.
Speaking of being easy, you see how it unfolds. Look at that. Nice. Speaking about being an easy table, how do you feel about the guests who pre-bus their table? Because some guests like to
Stack plates and stuff.
stack plates, like silverware, and they'll put it neatly on the side for you and all that.
It depends. It depends. If they know what they're doing, first of all, it's never necessary. Never necessary. And it's very, very specific whether or not it's appreciated. So it's never necessary because that's not what you're there to do. You're not there to worry about details. You're not there to wash your dishes or clean that's why you pay. That's why you pay a service charge. That's why you tip, because we're there to do those things for you.
Exactly.
But
the whole act of going to a restaurant is because you don't want to cook or you don't want to do all those things. You just want to be taken care of. That's why we're there for. So it always makes us feel a certain way because let us do it for you. That's why we're here.
If you want to help, hey, listen, good for you, right? But sometimes for trying to do more, you do less. Sometimes you stack plates incorrectly. That makes it difficult for us to go about bussing a table, because bussing a table has a process. It has a process about getting your bottom plate and what you use and how you move silverware, et cetera, et cetera. Now, if you know that process, then maybe you can expedite it a little by putting your silverware a certain way and pushing a plate kind of a way. But other than that, it's not necessary. Thank you, but no thank you.
Got it.
For 99% of cases, thank you, but no thank you. Since I know how to bust a table and I understand the dynamics of it, I will sometimes put my silverware a certain way and push my plate away and get it closer to the person. It also depends on the table. If it's a table like this, for example, and we're slightly far away or uncomfortably away for someone's arm reach, and you see that they're fucking struggling,
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah,
there you go.
you pass. Yeah.
It's in your zone now. It's in your range.
Yeah.
But other than that, when guests try to stack, I get it, but no thank you.
Yeah, it's like,
No, thank you.
Thank
I
you,
get it.
but no thank you. And my answer to that would be similar too. It is if you do a good carry, right? A good stack. Yeah. If you do a bad one, no. Because sometimes guests stack it in a certain way that when somebody grabs it, just to say politely, oh, thank you for doing that for us, because we're just saying that just, again, you don't need to. And we grab it, and then it's a poor stack, and then things are going to start falling down. And it's because, well, because I'm not going to, after you set it up, then have to like undo it in front of you.
Sometimes
Right?
I do.
And
Sometimes I do.
And sometimes we have to do that because you did a poor stack.
But it's also so that to let them know just to stop doing it.
Exactly. And also it sends another message. It means that you're ready to go. You want to leave. So some guests at times they shoot themselves in the foot, right? Or the leg. But they shoot themselves in the foot because they start doing that and we think, oh, they're like in a rush. So you start pushing their food, things go out really quick, and then they're like, oh, well, you're pushing those out. I'm like, well, you're sending the wrong idea.
Also, just to give people an understanding, if you're in a restaurant where people know what they're doing, servers and bussers know what they're doing, if you put your silverware parallel and to, I don't know, 10 o'clock, like this on your plate, like this, knife and fork, it indicates that you're done. So if you're still eating, do everything except that. Because I had a woman who got upset because, now mind you, it was the restaurant's fault, because it's normal and professional communication for a busser and a server to say, hey, I went to table 12. They're still working. That means leave them alone. By the way, hey, they're still working. I always like to ask my assistant, have you been to table 12 recently? And then they'll be like, no. So I know, okay, it's slightly ambiguous whether they're done or not, but I at least can go and ask because they haven't been asked recently. Because it's very annoying if you're sitting down to eat and you're getting asked constantly, is everything okay? Or are you done? May I take this? It's very annoying. But if you put your silverware a certain way, you're indicating to us that, hey, I'm done with this plate. Thank you. So without even realizing it as a guest, you're opening up, the opportunity for you to get annoyed in a system where perhaps people aren't communicating amongst themselves. Sometimes people, again, try to do more and they do less. So sometimes people are going to be proactive and say, oh, let me help my teammate and take this out of the way if you're indicating that you're done. Just FYI. If you do that with your silverware, that means that you're done. So don't complain if people try to take your plate, ultimately. Now, did you know that Thomas Keller was going through some legal difficulty?
I don't know.
So, I mean, first of all, Thomas Keller, for anybody who doesn't know, is like the American chef of American chefs. Okay. So he was getting sued because a dishwasher said that they weren't getting paid correctly or something. And to give you any reference, finding out that Thomas Keller is doing something bad is like finding out Mother Teresa was a pimp or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad. Thomas Keller is like an angel. And people have said multiple mixed things about him, but I don't give a shit. It's like when Michael Jackson was going through his situation. That didn't stop me from listening to his music. Did that stop you from listening to Michael Jackson music? Did that stop you from listening to Michael Jackson or watching his fucking videos? Hey, man, listen. Hey,
I always remember the Chappelle bit where he's like, he rapes and he saves. And he does more saving than raping.
Cosby, yeah, Bill Cosby.
He does more saving than raping. You know,
so I just wanted to bring that up because a lot of people think that, everything is perfect, but,
no,
Thomas Keller was going through some shit. Again, that's not going to stop me from going to the Surf Club in Miami, which I think is one of my favorite restaurants right now. Have you been to the Surf Club?
Amazing.
Rika, have you been to the Surf Club? Mm-hmm. I think on the low, the Surf Club might be the best steakhouse in Miami, in my opinion, right now.
Ooh. The Street Mountains.
I'm just saying.
Usually,
they only have one steak on the menu, and it is fucking nonsense.
Something to consider tasting if I get to go next time. Because I usually do the Wellington the time I've been.
My favorite cream spinach. My favorite cream spinach in the city right now too. Hey, listen.
It's a phenomenal restaurant.
The Surf Club is doing it, brother. The Surf Club is doing it.
It is rough. It's something that it's a little, revealing the blanket. It's in any industry. They say don't meet your heroes, because sometimes you see that just because somebody holds a title doesn't mean that they know exactly what they're doing. And at the end of the day, we're all doing the best we can. Yeah. So
that's about your dream girl or your dream guy. They say that like the issue with your dream girl is that she becomes real. Like, you realize she's flawed, as all people should be, right? Nobody's perfect. Anyways, it is what it is. You know what I'm sick of?
Go for it.
Matcha. I was talking to Erica about this. Matcha. Fucking matcha is everywhere. It's everywhere. This disgusting green goop everywhere. I hate green tea. I told Erica this as well. For me, matcha tastes like bail. It tastes like fart. It's disgusting. You like matcha?
I mean, I don't taste fart, so I don't know. No, I haven't done
matcha is fucking disgusting, man. It's disgusting. But something I'm also into recently is desserts. And like Japanese desserts.
Okay.
And you know what Pavlov's dogs are?
What?
Pavlov's dogs.
No, I have not.
So Pavlov's dogs was this experiment that this guy did where he would ring a bell.
Yeah.
And then he would feed dogs. Ring a bell, feed dogs. And this went on long enough that when he rang the bell, the dogs would start salivating. Some goof in the comments is going to be like, that's not what Pavlov did. Whatever. Anyways. So.
Someone's hurt by these comments, man.
No, I just think it's people are sensitive. I don't give a shit. Okay. You say whatever you want. I don't care.
Let them fight.
Just let them fight. So every time I hear this, I want dessert. And I'm sure you've heard this song a million times, but you haven't heard this song? Rika, have you heard this song?
So every time you hear that, it just makes you happy and makes you want dessert? Did you taste this dessert?
No. But every fucking dessert that they make in an Asian video is
these trends.
Bro, I knew it. Everything they make, they make the big fluffy pancakes, and they make this ridiculously chocolatey fucking bread that the dough looks like it's alive. It's just so fucking wet.
Yeah.
And they put it in like a box, and then it comes out and they break it, and it's like chocolatey and coño logo. I need that in my life, bro.
And that's how you sell dessert.
I need that in my life.
Since you mentioned something that you're tired of, I'm going to mention something that I think that it's going to be removed from some restaurants moving on. I think that some restaurants are done with coffee. And I'm saying every restaurant, because if you're like an Italian restaurant, you want some ristretto at the end and all that stuff.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
That's fine. But most restaurants usually tend to have a coffee machine for the guest that wants to have that little coffee at the end. It's that little moment. But those things are a lot to maintain.
So glad you brought this up, bro.
Coffee, it's like most of the time you give it away. It's a save. It's like, oh, coffee's on us. Thank you so much for coming. It's something that your staff ends up drinking most of the time. And it never works. A proper coffee machine, there's a certain time. It's between 30 seconds to a minute. We have to double check that one out. The time that it would take to make the coffee. And if it's not in that time, it requires to be readjusted. And you have to pay someone to come and do that. And, we ain't selling that much coffee to do that. You know, coffee is one of those things that a lot of restaurants are going to be, take that off.
Yeah.
Take that off. One of those next items that you'll be, which I mentioned earlier, which I wanted to mention earlier about season. One way is to say, it's an out of season item. And coffee, pretty soon is going to be out of season. I'm not saying no coffee restaurants or no coffee in restaurants in overall, but I'm just saying it's the next item that's definitely going to be scratched off
on the chopping block.
Yeah.
You know what lie I don't tell enough? The coffee machine doesn't work today. I don't lie enough and say that. I should say that more often.
More often.
Let me tell you something. You see it happening in slow fucking motion. Okay? The table is done. But you got to get them up. You got to get them up. It's a fucking 8 top. Can I offer you anything else tonight? We're all done? You even got the check in your hand to do a little fucking quick. What happens? Adrian, what happens? One guy says, does anybody want coffee? And you say, fuck! Fuck! Does anybody want any coffee? And I don't say a word. I just say, and then he goes, because if one person wants coffee in an 8 top, I guarantee you 3 or 4 want coffee.
And never at the same time.
No.
So
Listen,
keep going.
let me tell you something.
Keep going.
Does anybody want coffee? And I just almost like close my eyes. I say, I don't want to hear it. And one guy goes, yeah. I'll take a cappuccino. You want a coffee? Yeah, I'll take a double espresso. And then the fucking floodgates are open. I'll take an espresso. What kind of milks do you have? Can I get it? What about?
Do you guys do iced coffee here? Iced latte?
What about tea? What kind of teas do you have? And then it's a shit show. Then I got to talk to my serving assistant who's never made coffee in his life, okay? Hey, I need a flat white, a double macchiato, a skim cappuccino, a double matcha iced green latte. I need, bro.
Oh, and that's going to take as much
That's the worst part.
That's going to take as much as it takes when you go to Starbucks.
The worst part is that it takes a long time.
And it's going to taste equally as shitty, too.
I hate sometimes the lie I do tell enough is we only have espresso. Because at least an espresso comes out in a bearable amount of time.
If your machine is properly rated,
Yeah, comes out in a decent amount of time. And sometimes the espresso really sucks. We used to have this espresso that was terrible. And I would love offering it to guests because I'd be like, no, I only have espresso. Because I knew that once that guest drank that espresso, they would come back and they would never fucking ask for espresso again. Never.
But you know what? It backfired once because one time somebody's like,
this
organic? What is this? You're thinking, what?
Coffee in a restaurant is such a weird thing, man.
Coffee's got to go, baby.
It's
going to be one of those seasonal items. Because again, that was one thing that I wanted to mention when guests say, that dish and you no longer have it, then a good thing not to say it's sold out is it's out of season. Might be coming back for the winter season.
I like that.
So come check us out.
I like that.
And that way it's an invitation to come next time. Is it a little catfish? A listen, we're business. We gotta keep the door open.
Coffee in a restaurant, bro.
It's expensive.
Coffee in a restaurant is beyond me, bro.
You wanna?
I'm good, brother.
Perfect. Then you know, I want to clean up. I want to finish with this one, please. I know we spoke about when you go to a restaurant, you don't clean up after yourselves, but that's not something that you should take to the outside world. If you go out and you come to one of our beautiful beaches here in Miami, please take your trash with you. The other day I was sitting down with my lady next to the water, and we see some of the algae, right? The salgazo. And then you see some trash. My lady asks, "Oh, what's with all the trash?" And I'm like, "It's probably comes from the sea. It comes, it traveled all the way from something going on." And then I look to my right, and some dumbass just throws a bottle of beer, like glass bottle, into the water. And I gave him the stare. Right at that moment when I was telling that to my lady, I said, or sometimes it can be the uneducated ones.
Right.
So, yes, when you go to a restaurant and you pay for that service charge, yes, we're there to help you out and take care of you. Not your servants. It's not servitude. We're there to serve you to make sure that you have a great time. When you get out and you go to our beaches, please be decent and clean up after yourselves.
Be like the Japanese soccer fans.
Yeah, man.
Motherfuckers cleaned the stadium after the game was done.
Dude.
Right?
And everyone kept that. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So please, clean up after yourselves. And that's all I got to say.
Strong ending, sir. I'm done.
Well, please like, share, subscribe, and catch us up. We do have a little bit of a table back here that's been hanging out, and that's because we are going out there into the world and doing some fun things. Ed and I had an episode that's coming out soon where we were sitting outside and just enjoying the lovely day. And hopefully we're going to be doing that soon where we might be encountering you. So stay up to date. We're on social media. We might be posting where we're going to be going next so that you can maybe hang out and join our table. All right? Anything else?
Yeah.
That's the last announcement, sir. As always,
good.
thank you for listening.
Don't forget the tip, everybody. Take care.